Hello guys, today's lesson is going to be about phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very important from a practical point of view. They enrich your vocabulary and they make you sound more confident. If you are going to sit for your board exams or any competitive exams, you will definitely get some questions based on phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are often very puzzling, especially because there are so many of them. It is impractical if you think that you will just open a book and start memorizing them. If you actually wish to have good command over phrasal verbs, you have to learn what they actually are, what their different components are, whether they can be classified, and how they can be used. You also have to take note of different phrasal verbs that you may come across quite often. So in this lesson, I'm going to tell you about what phrasal verbs are and how they can be classified. I'm also going to provide you some common phrasal verbs and you should start practicing with them. So what is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a verb combined with either a preposition or an adverb or sometimes both of them that gives a new meaning. What is so puzzling about phrasal verbs is that the meaning of a phrasal verb may not have any resemblance at all with the meaning of the main verb. Look at these following examples. Get up early in the morning. He has passed away. Please look into this matter. My mother looks after me. In the first sentence, the phrasal verb is get up. Here, the verb get has been combined with the adverb up and together they mean to rise. In the second sentence, your phrasal verb is passed away. The verb passed has been combined with the adverb away and together they mean to die. In the third sentence, look into is your phrasal verb. Here the main verb look has been combined with the preposition into and together they mean to investigate. And in the fourth sentence, the phrasal verb is look after. Here the verb look has been combined with the preposition after and together they mean to take care of. Some more examples can be: the rich must not look down upon the poor. I look up to my father. In the first sentence, your phrasal verb is look down upon. Here the verb look has been combined with the adverb down and the preposition upon. And together they mean to consider someone inferior to you. In the second sentence, the phrasal verb is look up to. Here the verb look has been combined with the adverb up and the preposition to. Together they mean to respect. Let us learn how phrasal verbs can be classified. Phrasal verbs are primarily classified into two groups: transitive phrasal verbs and intransitive phrasal verbs. Just like a regular transitive verb, a transitive phrasal verb needs an object. Look at this following example. Please turn on the light. Here the phrasal verb turn on has an object, the light. Without the object, the phrasal verb does not hold its meaning. Another example. Please turn off the radio. Here the phrasal verb is turn off and the object is the radio. Without an object, a transitive phrasal verb cannot be used in a sentence. In case of an intransitive phrasal verb, you can use it in a sentence without an object. It does not need an object. An intransitive phrasal verb stands on its own. For example, get up early in the morning. We have used this sentence before. Here the phrasal verb get up does not have an object. It stands on its own. Transitive phrasal verbs can be divided into two groups, separable and inseparable. If a transitive verb is separable, that means the main verb can be separated from the particles added to it. For example, the sentence, please turn on the light, can be rewritten to be, please turn the light on. If you look at these two sentences, you will notice that in the second sentence, the object, the light, has been written after the main verb and before the particle on. In this case, the main verb turn has been separated from the particle on, and that's why it's a separable transitive phrasal verb. Another example, please take your shoes off. Here, the object shoes has been written after the main verb take and before the particle off. So the particle of has been written separately from the main verb take. So when the main verb can be separated from the particle or particles added to it, you may call that phrasal verb to be a separable phrasal verb. In case of an inseparable phrasal verb, you cannot separate the main verb from the particle. Like, my mother looks after me. You cannot write, my mother looks me after. You have to always say, my mother looks after me. In case of a separable phrasal verb, you have to be careful about one thing. If the object is a pronoun, it will always be written after the main verb and before the particle. Means, if the object is not a pronoun, if it is a noun or a noun phrase, it can be written either after the main verb or after the particle. Like in the sentence, turn on the light, I have used the object the light after the particle. The sentence can be rewritten to be, turn the light on. But if the object is a pronoun, then it will always be written after the main verb, like, please turn it on. You cannot write it to be, turn on it. Another example, you may say, take off your shoes or take your shoes off, but you can never say, take off it. You will always have to say, take it off. That's all about phrasal verbs as of now. Let me give you some phrasal verbs to practice. However, during the lesson, we have already got quite a few of them, like get up, pass away, look into, look after, look down upon, look up to, turn on, turn off, grow up, take off. Besides these, I am now going to give you some more phrasal verbs that are very common and will be very useful if you use them in your everyday life. Blow out. We use this phrasal verb when we talk about extinguishing fire, especially a flame, like blow out the candle. Break in. Break in means to enter somewhere illegally. Like last night, Somebody broke in and stole my mobile phone. Carry on. Carry on means to continue. If I wish to ask you to, to continue to do something, I will ask you to carry on. Catch up. Catch up means to do something faster or to move faster so that you can reach someone who is ahead of you. Come up with, to get an idea or to invent something. He came up with a fine idea. Doze off, to sleep unintentionally. During the class, he dozed off. Get away. Get away means to escape. Do not let the thief get away. Let down. Let down means to disappoint. I hope you will not let me down. Run over. Run over means to injure someone with a vehicle. The truck ran over an old lady. Run down. Run down means to hit someone with a vehicle. He was run down by a speeding car. Sneak in. Sneak in means to enter a place without being noticed or silently. He sneaked in or into the room. Sneak out. Sneak out means to leave a place silently or without being noticed. He sneaked out last night. Here are some sentences for your practice. Pause the video and try to guess the answers before they are shown on the screen. That's all for today. Thank you.